Hello and welcome to Beyonce's Life is But a Dream review. This has been a very highly requested video on my channel, and I'm here to tell you all about what I thought of it. So let's get started. One of the first things that popped out to me was the way that she presented her dad in this video. It sounds like he was a strong businesswoman, a man who pushed his daughter to be as strong as she is. But it also sounds like she never really gained the approval that she was looking for, that drove her to be so successful in the first place. So it's kind of a gift and a curse, the things that happened with her dad that I did not know about. So it was interesting to see that. This has got to be the most real I've ever seen a celebrity be with her audience. I feel like I know her personally now after having seen this film because she is so in depth. And this movie was made, the Life is But a Dream movie was made kind of before it was popular to have a YouTube diary and be on Twitter and be real with your audience. She started in the the late 1990s. Back then, you still had big celebrities who were like goddesses who were unknown to the public. So this was kind of groundbreaking what she's doing here. Um, let's continue. So she is very genuine in everything that she says. You can tell that she's not holding anything back. You can tell that this isn't an act she's putting on. The act is always on the stage. When I see her go out on the stage, it's clear to me that she's playing a character or like an idealized version of herself. But when she's sitting in front of that camera talking in kind of her own video diaries, that's 100% her. You can just tell. Um, but as soon as she gets out on that stage, though, she's unrecognizable. She like it doesn't look like the same person as she is in those videos. She doesn't act like the same person. She doesn't even have like the similarity maybe would be her voice, but wow, she's got a whole different character and personality on that stage, which is part of what makes her so successful. I thought her kids were adorable in this film. Loved that she went into talking about them and included them in the film and how much of an influence they are on her life. I like how much she values her children. That's something that celebrities sometimes miss is they have a bunch of kids or they adopt some kids and then a nanny just cares for them. And because the celebrity is so busy, they don't always get to spend the time with their kids that they should or need to. And that doesn't seem to be the case with her. She seems to be very in touch and in tune as a parent, especially when she took her son to France to be with his father, I think Jay-Z, I'm not positive. I thought that was a really sweet gesture that she would go all the way to France to make sure her son had time with his father because again the connection with her dad, she knew how important that was. um the ultrasound picture, I mean it's really heartbreaking to see her go through that. If you've known someone that's lost a baby or if you've lost a baby, it's easy to forget that that's a real human life, and she makes that very apparent and clear in her song, which, oh my goodness, was, like she said, one of the saddest songs that has ever been written. Wow. Yeah, I found it pretty hard to listen to because of how real it was. But I'm glad that she included it. It's probably actually the my favorite song that I've heard from her so far because it has the most meaning. Um, it's surprising to me that all of the songs that Beyonce is well known for are the ones where she's being a jerk and she's telling off some guy, or she's gyrating, or she's really, um, playing this really bombastic, colorful character. And that doesn't seem to be her at all. Her real talent, it shines when she's doing these like sad, demure, quiet songs. That's when you can actually hear her voice, and that's when I realized why people like her so much and why she's so big. But that's not what gets popular on the radio. and she really is an athlete. So even while she's pregnant, when she does do those big, bombastic, colorful numbers, she has a lot of athleticism, and I didn't realize how much physical labor it would take to do a show like this. Um, the dancing, the moves, the things that she's doing take a lot of energy, and she does have to keep herself in really good shape to do this on top of running a business, which, okay, so um, my favorite thing in this documentary, every time they would be playing a song, and if it wasn't one of my favorite songs, I would kind of get distracted for a second. As soon as they would come back to her running her business, I was like tuned in. Like, tell me how you do it. That kind of stuff fascinates me. And I did not know that she actually runs her own business. That is fascinating to me. So, I commend her for starting that. That's incredible. And that's what America's all about. Start your own business and get really big. And I think that she's done it better than most people. Um, she seems cool to work for. I'm sure she has her moments like any celebrity would, but I loved what she said about having to learn how to not be so polite and nice all the time, and how it helps her understand her father. Um, when you go from being in the low level positions at your job, and then you step into management position, and then you go up even higher, you realize why people on the top are the way they are. If you try to be nice to everyone in every situation, you get stomped on, you get stepped on. um, and it's very, very difficult to find a balance between being kind and being fair and being in charge. And she seems like she tackles those pretty well. I wish she would write a book on business. I've said this before. I would read that book right now. Um, I'd love to see that. So I hope that she, between all the other things that she's doing, maybe writes a book about how she runs her business. That seems to be the most valuable information that she could put out there into the universe. Maybe she can write a song about it. I don't know. Now, one thing else that caught my eye was the background music in this. It was absolutely gorgeous. Anytime it wasn't her, I don't know if it was her that composed the background music or who it was, so maybe someone can tell me in the comments down below who performed the background music. It was absolutely beautiful. It reminded me a lot of the Finding Nemo music. It had a kind of a Thomas Newman vibe to it. Loved it. I need that soundtrack. Illuminati. So, just a kind of funny thing to note at the end here. I told one of my friends that I was doing a Beyonce video, and they said, "Oh, she's part of the Illuminati," and started showing me some of these pictures. I don't know. I don't know. I think she's just latching on to this rumor and doing it to mess with us, or just to kind of throw shade at it. She's called it out in some of her songs. I heard that in the last review that I did of the other movie that she made for Netflix, the Homecoming review. She like threw out some jokes about the Illuminati. So I think she's mostly doing this just as a joke, but I don't know. What do you guys think? I would love to hear your thoughts. Put them in the comments down below. And if you would like to support my channel, you can like and subscribe. You can give me a thumbs up if you liked it, and if you didn't, give me a thumbs down. I guess I'll just be really sad about it. Okay. All right, you guys, let me know what you think, and you can see me in the next video.